Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel. Today we're going to look at a few different aspects of Sonic the Hedgehog. First off, congratulations not only to the film and the makers of Sonic the Hedgehog, which dominated the box office with a mighty $57 million debut. And it's not done because President's Day is tomorrow, with the apostrophe before the S as in George Washington, the first national holiday. But setting that aside. So, also congratulations to the fans who not only said that the original Sonic the Hedgehog artwork that came out was unacceptable, but to the filmmakers for going, okay, fine, we agree. And look at the mighty $57 million reward they got. So congratulations to everybody involved. Not only to the makers of the film, but for the makers who remade it for the fans, and for the fans actually coming out and saying, hey, that's kind of cool, thank you very much, and we'll come support your movie. Okay, so now that aspect is out of the way, let's take a look at the fight, and then we'll come back and talk some more about James Marsden, some of the characters in the movie. Look at this, Birds of Prey came out last week, and it has so far summed up $59 million. Congratulations! And $57 million for Sonic the Hedgehog in 3 days, because they count Friday's numbers in there. So in 3 days, Sonic, that movie's not going to do any good, kicked the Birds of Prey in the teeth and spit them out. It has been much noted on the internet that Birds of Prey suffered greatly from Obi-Wan Kenobi's going on the talk shows and going, oh, it's woke, it's woke, it's woke. I'm paraphrasing both the character name instead of the actor's name, as well as, he didn't really say woke, 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 but he said woke, 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 woke. It's a feminist movie. Okay, fine. But the moral of the story is, and I haven't seen this movie, and oddly enough, I really don't want to, because when it comes to this movie, and I am a DC fan, absolutely, you've got, oh, look at these characters. Okay, cool, let's take a look. Here are the Birds of Prey in the movie, and there's Harley Quinn. Now let's look at the Birds of Prey in the comics. First of all, Batgirl's gone completely. And you see this character and this character? Can you find them in this picture? Maybe this one, because she's got a crossbow. Even though there's other areas that are missing. And this one, can you find this one? No, not really, no. So that's a problem. You're going to put these characters in a movie, call it a superhero movie, and then not have them dress up as superheroes, but just dress as normal people on Melrose Boulevard in Hollywood? Oh, no. Nope. Sorry. So I have no desire to see it. All right. So that's the end of that. Moving on. What else do we have? We did that one. James Marsden. Let's talk about James Marsden. So Mr. James Marsden has starred in Westworld along robots that were, they're robots, so they're not real humans. And he has starred with the animated character of Sonic the Hedgehog. So he's having to talk to a nothing there. At least he got to talk to an actual actress when he was, preview. He got to talk to an actress in Westworld. But when you get over here, you see that he also starred in the Easter Bunny movie, Hop. I actually really enjoy that movie, even though it was disgusting that he pooped out Easter jelly beans. Yeah, that was so wrong. But so maybe he's getting typecast as someone who likes to work with non-people and having to talk to CGI. I don't know. I mean, you could see why that would happen because he's really good at it. But something else I want to point out. Mr. Hop is a cartoon character, so of course he's rarely seen wearing pants. And Sonic even makes the point in the movie that he's not wearing pants or any clothes at all. And you're like, what is with Marsden hanging out with all these people that run around without pants on? Well, like I said, he was in Westworld, so he also was TV show, where he didn't wear any pants. So he's willing to lift that burden. It's not just for the cartoons. Okay, what else do we have in here? Okay, now let's get into a little bit about the movie. So in Sonic the Hedgehog, James Marsden's character is married to this woman. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I first seen her, I'm like, oh, please don't be like all the Christmas movies that we just came out of in 2019 that were, let's have multiracial couples so that we can push a social justice warrior narrative. And I'm like, please, no, don't. So that was my first impression. But as the movie went on, I have to say this. yes, it's hard to imagine that the casting wasn't done with that intent. But let me follow up with this. This actress kicked butt in that role. She was really good. And the dynamic between them was fine. Did you get the feeling there was a lot of chemistry? Not that kind of movie, so it was kind of irrelevant. And if you look at it from the point of view of, forget social justice garbage going on with the casting in real life, let's put it into a viewer of a story and say, does it matter what color this character is? And if it doesn't, does the actor or actress nail the part? If you look at it from those 2 points, which are more important than Hollywood's social justice warrior agenda point, then she checks off both marks fantastically. She was great. No problem at all. Am I mad at Hollywood for trying to push the thing? Yeah, but you know what? This lady overcame it quite nicely. She was really wonderful in the role. And I tried to picture somebody else doing it, and honestly, this lady did such a good job. I really can't. She was wonderful. So, phooey on Hollywood trying to go, oh, we want you to think this way and act this way. And I'm just going to look at it from the point of view of a person watching a movie going, did the actor or actress nail the part? And yes, she did. So kudos to her. And it's whether or not that was their intent to do the social justice warrior, which is hard to imagine it wasn't. Don't care. She was fantastic. So on them. Jim Carrey's back. Jim Carrey's had a bit of a rough spot in the last few years, losing his mind and paintings to prove it. But he came back, and I've heard many people talking about how, he's got a 90s vibe, he's got his 90s vibe. I don't know when they did the series. Oh, sorry, he was in the movie. The movie of Series of Unfortunate Events. But I've watched that, and then I watched the Netflix version, only season 1. And I couldn't get over how fantastic he was in the I keep saying Netflix. In the theatrical version of Series of Unfortunate Events. He was really, really good in that. Now, can I say he's as good in this? No, but he was darn good. It was not too bad. Okay, so there's all the hoopla, and let's get to the movie. What about the movie? The movie was, I'd heard that it was pretty good, and they said, it's not going to change the world, but it's a really decent movie. So I watched it with a little bit of apprehension, and I'm just going to tell you, as a person who watches a lot of family films, I thought it was really, really good. I very much enjoyed it. There's a couple of places where they use one cuss word and then they use one almost cuss word. And I got to tell you, man, in the old days, it was very common in kid movies to use almost cuss words. And almost cuss words are, it takes you up to the cuss word. They did it in Aladdin with Iago, and they did it in this movie. I like the almost cuss words because you get it without having to say it. And that is respect for children, and it is respect for adults, and it's respect for people who just are not into the potty mouth thing, or for some of us, they're just kind of over it, where we had our time in the light, and we've moved on with our life, and it's okay, don't want to talk like that anymore. I've grown up a bit. So, yeah, it was a really fun movie. The dynamics between the two are as good, if not better, than Hop. Remember, I liked Hop. And the person voicing him is fine. I will admit there's quite a few jokes they give Sonic to say that are absolutely aimed for the kids that I'm pretty sure most kids are going to go, that was aimed for me and it could have been better. They just weren't that good of jokes, and it was blatantly obvious that it was for the kids, and it's not supposed to be blatantly obvious. It's supposed to just be a joke. But I didn't let that get in the way of it didn't hurt the movie. And there's a couple of spots that are kind of heart-touching. And it's that's kind of cool. So, no, it's a really fun movie. I don't want to overhype it because I was one of those people that's seen the original Ghostbusters late. And I'm like, wow, this is going to be the greatest movie in history. And it's it was good. So I don't want the hype to scare you away. But I think it's better than average. Definitely think it's better than average. And it's really fun. Rumor has it that there's going to be more following it. Yeah, I don't really care either way. I enjoyed this one as it was. Kind of was hoping for a sequel to Hop, but apparently this is the closest thing we're going to get to it. And I'm pretty sure, no, this is Paramount. I was going to say Universal, but this is Paramount. Okay, so if you're looking for something to do with your kids, or if you're just a person who enjoys family fare movies, in other words, no cuss words, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and all that other stuff, this is a really good time. It's very enjoyable. And for those people who struggle with, why should I go to the cinema to see it? Is it better than cable? Which I gotta admit, as far as comedies go, I can't see any reason whatsoever to pay to see a comedy anymore. There's no reason budget-wise to shell out $15 for a comedy that you're going to get a better comedy on TV. But this movie it's just fun. It's worth the money. Grab some popcorn, have a bucket or two. I'm really happy that it won the $57 million that it earned the $57 million, that it rewarded the fans, and that the fans, in turn, rewarded it. It really deserved it. Whereas with Birds of Prey, I'm good. I'm never going to see it unless it's forced upon me, because I just have no desire. They don't look like superheroes. They just, And why there was an article that just came out. I was going to use it in the references, and it says, oh, we need more rated R superhero movies. No, we don't. No, we really don't. We actually don't need that many rated R movies. We don't, because what it takes to make a rating R, we really just don't. We don't need that much violence, we don't need that much sex, and we don't need that much cussing. We don't. There are absolutely genres, as I've said in other videos, like gangster movies. Okay, those probably need to be rated R, because after all, they're professional criminals. But no, we don't. No. PG and PG-13 are fine, and hey, how about some Gs that are really good? So, there's my review. It's not Social Justice Warrior, even if they tried. And it's just fun. It's a really fun movie. So if you want to check it out, go ahead. I don't think there's anything in it that'll make you go, man, I can't believe I wasted my... No, it's an enjoyable ride. And as many other people have pointed out, and I'm going to piggyback on at the end of this, the Peanut Butter Falcon. If you haven't seen Peanut Butter Falcon because you never heard of it, or you have no clue what it's about, the Peanut Butter Falcon is the name of a wrestling character. I'm going to ruin that for you because I thought the Peanut Butter Falcon was the name of a boat. Nope. It's the name of a wrestling character. And it is the greatest movie I have seen in a couple of years. I know a lot of people fell in love with 1917. 1917 is very good, but I've seen so many other World War I movies that were more enjoyable, which doesn't mean 1917 was bad. It was very good. It's just the other ones were better. But nonetheless, check out Peanut Butter Falcon. Check out Sonic the Hedgehog if you just want to have a good time. And thanks for checking out this channel. And we will see you in the future.